Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today, I'll be giving a first-time reaction to the Afghan Whigs. We're going to be checking out their song Fountain and Fairfax, which kind of sounds like the intersection of two streets, Fountain and Fairfax. I'm not really sure what it means, and not really sure what the Afghan Whigs are all about, but I'm excited to find out here for the first time. And that is all thanks to Jackson the Wild for making this donation request. Thank you very much, Jackson, for your support, and I appreciate you bringing a new artist to the channel. You know, discovering new music is so joyful to me, so I'm really glad to be sharing that experience with you today. Without further ado, let's jump in. I'm immediately reminded a little bit of Led Zeppelin. Also, pay mind to that droning note you hear above, that da-na-na-na. We continually return to that despite jumping to different pitches in this riff. Da-da-da-da.
Like you asked me to, angel, come closer, so the stink of your lies sinks into my memory.
Oh, okay. Why does this sort of feel like a mix between like your like alternative rock world and a bit of the grunge world, but it's not exactly grunge. I mean, it's a far cry from grunge, but there's hints of it. Maybe a better way to describe it would be a kind of alt rock / even soul infused grunge. But I don't have enough to work off to really make that a credible point. I like this melody a lot, though. It's an interesting mix too, and I feel like I'm picking up on some cello that is serving as like an undercurrent to the vocals, but I'm not exactly sure because I was made aware that the Afghan Whigs include cello, but I'm not sure if we're hearing that explicitly in this track or not.
But I don't like to be alone, so don't stay away too long now, baby, forever. Well, it's Tuesday now, I hear him breathing inside of her.
Yeah.
Let me drink, let me talk. I'm really slobbering now. Let it sink, let it drown. It's an impossible how.
Loving the vocals too, especially since they've kicked up in that intensity. It feels a bit intimate but messy. Whoa, 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 cool things are happening here. All in the drummer right there. All in the drummer. hear those strings, right? Wow. There's so many cool components to this. I think the drumming is stellar. I think the fact that we're getting these orchestral sounds seemingly out of the smoke that was just not expected and works remarkably well. Then you have this very consistently bright melody in the guitar, that against that droning note, as I've highlighted already. And then, not to mention, I believe his name is Greg, the singer, his raspy voice, when he wants to turn that into a growl or cry or even sing cleanly, he can do so, but there's a lot of levers that they're seemingly able to pull, and it's a very dynamic 2.5 minutes we've heard thus far. And why does it almost make me think a bit of folk music? Like a bit of river dance somehow. Wow, I love this actually. Oh. Wow. And you can hear the strings just like simmering. I guess if we're ending it, simmering out of existence. You know, the worst part about this song is the fact that it's over, because I can totally see us like at that moment in the song, right, where we're at the end, it actually being a bridge to an extended version of the same song that is like 8 or 9 minutes long, that has even more to it, whether it's a guitar solo or a complete bridge with like a massive symphonic sound, or even just adding to this droning feeling with other bells and whistles. I can appreciate a song like this because it is very bite-sized, but also I wish it was a little bit longer too. And I'm trying to think of all the unique components that made this kind of stand out in my mind. And I think it's, I mean, definitely all the things that I had mentioned already, but the fact that I kind of picked up on this almost like Celtic, almost like folk vibe towards the latter half of this track almost makes me rethink of the idea of this even being in the world of like alt rock. This probably is more in line with like punk rock, Celtic rock, a bit of grunge there than anything else. But, you know, of course, I could be wrong. This is my first stab at the Afghan Whigs. And something about just like returning to a single note, this droning note, whether it's in the lows in the mix or in the higher frequencies, just continually running up against that pitch grounds us. A band that is exceptionally good at including droning notes in their tracks. Tool, System of a Down, the Dave Matthews Band often do this. Even Led Zeppelin do this with my limited Led Zeppelin experience. This was a really fun listen. I'm definitely down to do more reactions to the Afghan Whigs. So if you're interested and would like to request a reaction yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link down below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.